I know better than this. Of all the things to pick up, it's a blasted printer. I despise printers. I'm going to say that right off the bat, and they despise me. It's a hate-hate relationship. But something like this, yeah, you cannot let something like this just go to the scrapyard. I mean, come on. I got to see if it works at least before putting it out of its misery. This is an Epson FX-86e. Let's focus on that. I have read some of the manual, and I verified that this is a 9-pin, near letter quality, but not letter quality, dot matrix printer. I'm going to tell you a story right now about a dot matrix printer. I've probably had one of these in the past. I've had a lot of various dot matrix printers, Apple ImageWriter 2s, Epson LQ series printers, probably one of these. But the one I remember the most, and the one I used the most, and the one I've used the latest, which by the way was in 2006, so it's been a decade since I've had a dot matrix printer, was a Tandy DMP, crap, I don't remember the model number, but it was a 9-pin similar to this, and that thing was so noisy, and because I hated printers, I called that thing, affectionately, I called it the dump. So that's what this is. This is a DMP, a dump. But, does it work? Well, I haven't even plugged it in yet, so we're going to find out on the video after we take a general overview of the unit itself. You can see we got some power indicators, power ready, stop that, and paper out. Select type, this is Epson's little thing. You can select draft or near letter quality. You can also select normal or condensed character spacing. There's the online key. That's something that's with dot matrix printers. There was a reason for it. I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure that it had something to do with loading the paper. Well, that was a rude interruption. But anyways, form feed and line feed, that's your typical stuff. This is for manually loading paper. And let's go ahead and take a look at other things that we've got. Power switch. Let's see if we can get this around. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing is apparently too heavy for my my lovely, I love this thing. This thing makes it so easy to carry things home, but it was a little bit too much. I've already fixed the other side of that same one, so I'm going to have to fix that one. Hopefully it'll give me another couple of months of useful service. The one problem I think I'm going to have, even though I don't believe that it will be a problem, this will get it out of the way, is going to be that of a parallel cable. I should have one. I have a box of cables under my bed right now. I don't want to go through it right now though, so we'll have to do that in another video, but it needs a parallel cable. Let's see there. I'm not sure what this would be for. I don't want to pull it out. It's probably a blanking plate. These are dip switches for setting up the various settings, which I probably should check. We can see there's the serial number. I don't know what the date code on that one would be. I've looked at, very briefly, the user manual for this thing, and it had a copyright date on it of 1986, so it's not too far off to think of this thing as probably being from the early to mid-1990s. If somebody could tell me what this is actually for, like I said, I have not read the entire user manual yet. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. It's entirely possible that this is for the tractor feed mechanism that I do not have. Likewise, I do not have the paper feed tray for the single sheets, and I do not have there would be a smoked plastic cover that would go over top of this and protect it. This thing is in very bad shape. So see, there's a lot of scratches, probably because things have been thrown on top of this. I'll really be surprised if it works. The ribbon is very likely dry. I've advanced it, so it's possible that it is actually okay. But if that doesn't work, I do have another ribbon, brand new in the box, probably also dried out, but you never know. I think it's sealed in plastic too. I'd have to look. I can't really look inside. I don't want to open it because I've got that thing against opening packages that have been sealed for that long. Yep. Can't really see it because it's not in focus, but it is wrapped in either plastic or ESD bag, which is also plastic. So if I get anything grossly wrong here, it's because I have not used one of these things in a decade. So, well, there's that. So like I said, I have no idea what that is. I'm going to assume that it's probably for the tractor feed mechanism. This is your paper thickness selector. I'm not going to touch it because I don't know what it's set for right now. I'm going to just leave it alone because you never know. Maybe it's set incorrectly. Maybe this thing is set for making copies. But anyways, that's what that's for. That's for if you're making copies, you have multiple sheets, stacked up. You can select the thickness, which obviously is different from just a regular sheet of paper, blah, 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 whatever. This is the ribbon. This whole assembly comes out. I don't want to rip it. This is the head. There's some convoluted way to take that out. It's different amongst every single printer. I do not want to go through that. So if I don't have to, I will not. And this pushes back, presumably for loading the paper. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do? On video, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plug it in. I have no idea what happened, but this is definitely not in alignment with the plan that I have. And here we go! Boom! Nothing. Well, that's understandable because it has a hardware power switch on the side. Focus. Okay. It's online for some reason. So let's go ahead and see if we can get it to load some paper. Ooh, there we go. And if I read the manual correctly, to do a self-test, I have to turn it off, hold form feed, push down the button there, and it ignores me completely. Yep, that's just about figures. So put it in NLQ, turn it off, hold it again. There we go. The ribbon is actually good. That's a shock. Wow. Yeah, remember these things? How frickin' noisy they were? Alright, it'll probably just do that forever, so turn that off. Yeah. I am impressed that that ribbon is any good. So there's our firmware version. There's basically all our dip switch settings right there. So it looks like print quality is set to draft, which is what I want, because I'm now going to do a draft print quality test. So to do that, we hold line feed, turn the printer on, and it beeps at us. You can see it's much faster. Well, I'll get it to stop, and then. Alright. So, just form feed on that, get the piece of paper out, and there we go. So there's our test. Looks pretty good. Actually, I'm very impressed. Based on the quality of the printout, I am going to say that yes, that is a 9-pin dot matrix printer. So, there you go. There's just a quick little video for dot matrix. Condensed does not work. NLQ does not work. Oops. Whoops. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Gotta turn it off because it's still in test mode. There we go. Alright. So I have no reason to believe that this has any problems. So I'll have to get out a cable and test it, but we'll save that for another video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP-86e signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then, I do see something I don't like. It says invalid under CSF mode. I have to check that out. But